What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Gridiron. Today, me and Ashrit are gonna be going through our Week 7 NFL picks before the first game tomorrow, obviously. So we're gonna do that, and then I think that would be the episode for you guys today. So we'll start it off with the first game on the slate, which is Steelers Bengals. Ashrit, you could kick us off.
This should be a comfortable Steelers win. Um, the Bengals kind of showed a pulse last week against the Packers, but the Packers also played down to their competition in a lot of games. So I don't know what to take from this. I think the Bengals, the way I think the game's going to end up going is I think the Steelers going to be up by like maybe 10 to 12 points for majority of the game, and then Jamar Chase probably scores a last minute touchdown to cover. So I think I'll take the Bengals to cover and the Steelers to win. But again, like the Steelers winning would set up next week Aaron Rodgers versus Green Bay, 1 seed versus 1 seed, which would be kind of sick. So Steelers going to be beneficial. I think the Steelers will win.
Yeah. I think the Steelers also win, but I'm gonna pick the Bengals to cover. I think this is Joe Flacco's first start with the Bengals, so I think second. So I think it'll be a little bit better. They'll be able to move the ball. I don't think the Steelers defense is like anything crazy. Their run defense has proven to not be one of the good run defenses in the league. So the Bengals don't really have a strong run game. Chase Brown hasn't been too effective this season yet, but maybe they can get something going. But yeah, I think the Bengals will cover, and like you said, like Jamar last minute touchdown, or hopefully T Higgins too, for the sake of my fantasy team.
There hasn't really been too many I guess Chiefs line is pretty one sided,
Yeah.
but there hasn't been too many like blowout national TV games.
Hmm.
So I think it's gonna kind of stay that way. I think it'll be like 4 or 5 point victory for the Steelers. Rams Jaguars in London. So I'm gonna take the Jaguars. Um, One, because the Jaguars play really well in London. Their owners from London, Shad Khan. Two, that's why they get all the London games. But two,
Mm.
Stafford and Puka have had this like otherworldly connection this season. What that sort of meant for Stafford and Devontae is that their connection hasn't been as great. With no Puka, I think this is a good chance for the Rams to build that, but I don't think it's going to come that easily against a really, really solid Jaguars defense. So I definitely have the Jaguars covering. It's going to be a close game. I think I'll take the Jaguars just to eke it out.
Yeah, I originally had the Rams winning this game by a close margin, but I didn't know Puka was hurt before, so I changed my pick before we started the episode. So I also am going to go with the Jags. I think like basically what you said, like you had like that main focus with Puka, so like that like 75% of your offense is basically gone again. But again, you do have a very solid wide receiver too in Devontae Adams. I think he can get something going, but that Jaguars defense, like you said, they're actually very good. That secondary, like they come to play. A lot of them hit really hard too. So it's gonna be a tough game for the Rams offense without their leading wide receiver. So I have the Jags as well.
Yeah. Saints at Bears. The Saints are 1-5, but they don't really play like a 1-5 team. They were pretty good. I mean, they're terrible against the Seahawks, but they were pretty good against the Bills. They obviously beat the Giants. They were pretty good against the Patriots. They had that one score late in the fourth quarter. Who do you have winning this game?
Um, I have the Bears winning this game. The Bears don't look half as bad as I thought they would look this season so far. Caleb actually looks pretty decent. Adunze, he was hurt. Is he back? I don't know if he's coming back.
I think I can check that while you speak.
I'm pretty sure he was hurt for a game or so. So but if he's back, that connection has looked great so far this season. I'm not sure if he was hurt. I might be tripping.
No, he was healthy last game.
He was healthy? Okay. But
Yep.
yeah, that in the beginning of the season, that connection was looking good. So hopefully they can find something again. But I think this is a team where the Bears should be able to kind of get their offense going again. So I think they'll win. And I'll have them covering as well. I think they'll win by a touchdown.
This is an upset pick for me. I had the Saints winning this game. The Bears actively tried to lose that game last week. The Commanders just gave it to them.
Mhm.
Um, I think the Saints do enough to hang around. I think Spencer Rattler, he's 1 in 16 in his career. He is not playing like a 1 in 16 quarterback right now. He's playing really steady. Um, I'm not saying he's like a top 30. I'm not saying he's a top 15 quarterback, but like he's playing at like a sort of like top 20, 25-ish level, which is like below average, but like whatever, like it's fine. I think the Saints defense is not that bad. Anyways, this is a battle of like two mediocre teams in my opinion. I think the Saints can kind of pull this one out. The Bears don't really tend to like. I don't know. I'm not sold on the Bears. Something about them. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pick the Saints. Dolphins at Browns. A lot of like really really bad teams playing each other this week, so which might lead to some like decent games. Jalen Waddle might be off the team by this point. The Giants are really trying to push to get him apparently, along with some other teams. The Browns, their defense is really good, but Myles Garrett is coming out and saying that their offense is not that good. That's not good for the team. Who do you have winning this game and why?
I'm gonna pick the Browns. I think Dolphins did keep it close last week against the Chargers, but like the Chargers haven't been playing too well recently, so we'll take that with a grain of salt coming from a Chargers fan. But I think Dolphins, with everything going on, I don't think that offense is going to be able to do anything against that Browns defense, and I don't know if it's going to be like a low scoring game because somehow the Dolphins still end up like dropping like 20 points like majority of the game. Which is
Pretty good.
yeah, I don't really understand how they do it. So we'll go like we'll say I'll say Browns win 20-14.
One thing that worries me about this game, I'm picking the Browns too. One thing that worries me is how bad Dylan Gabriel has looked
Yeah.
last game. He was bad. So we might see a Shador setting this game.
Or
Which
maybe even like a 13-7 win. That could be possible.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tua's out there blaming his teammates for his job. Yeah, it's the battle of like two really bad quarterbacks.
It's like airing everything out that happens in the locker room. He's like,
Bro,
yeah,
he was
players
like
aren't coming to player only meetings. They're coming late. I'm like, bro, why are you telling all this stuff?
he was like the player leadership isn't good. You're the player leadership. Like I don't understand what the issue. Like whatever. But I think the Browns defense does enough to frustrate him. I think Myles Garrett gets home. Browns win 6-0. Jesus Christ.
Talk about this
Right.
too much. I think
We don't need to talk about this too much. The Patrick Mahomes is playing some of the best ball of his career. And Geno Smith is really bad at football. I think the Chiefs win by 30.
Yep. I agree.
This could be interesting. Eagles at Vikings. JJ McCarthy is limited in practice, which means we could see Carson Wentz against Philly, which is kind of sick. This is one of the most bet on games of the week. A lot of people are backing the Vikings to win this game. Coming off, I guess the Eagles are coming off 2 back-to-back losses. One of the losses coming to what we think is one of the worst teams in the league in the Giants. Jayden.
I'm gonna pick the Eagles. I think they have a bounce back win after 2 pretty bad losses. I think the Vikings are like if JJ plays, like I don't know if that's gonna like be like 10 times better because the last time we saw him play, it wasn't like great. But like if Carson Wentz plays, like it'll be pretty cool, I guess. But I don't think he'll do enough to get that over the hump because I think the Eagles are going to come in pretty motivated. Like that the team is talented. It's not like they lost like a bunch of talent in the offseason or anything like that. So I think they just need to get like a win under their belt and then kind of use that as momentum, and that's what they'll use this game as. So I'll bet on the Eagles.
Yeah. What worries me is how much the Giants defense troubled the Eagles offense. And if Jalen Hurts can't complete a downfield pass against that defense, Brian Flores might be a bit too much for him to handle. Mm-hmm. That being said, I will never ever bet on Carson Wentz ever again. I will take the Eagles as long as Carson Wentz is playing. Even if JJ McCarthy is playing, bro, he's trash too. Mm-hmm. So I'll take the Eagles. I think people are overreacting. Like I think they're fine. Like they just need to like. I think it's just a play calling issue. Once they start to throw more balls downfield and Jalen Hurts gets more reps, they'll be fine. Like people calling them like not a top 10 team in the league might be a bit of a stretch in my opinion.
That is a stretch.
Jesus. This is just to start the week the Jets were favored by 2.5.
Watching the Panthers play is like it's not terrible, especially like when Rico Dowdle was dropping.
That's the Panthers at home. You haven't seen the Panthers on the road yet. Oh my god, the Panthers at MetLife. Uh, the Panthers at home in Bank of America Stadium, they are good. They're like a they're 3-0 at home, I think, and they're 0-3 on the road. So this is a battle between a rock and a hard place because the Jets are 0-6 everywhere. So uh, I'm gonna take the Panthers here to break a stretch of bad play on the road. I think when you need a win, you play the Jets.
Yeah.
Uh, the Broncos tried really hard to lose, they didn't lose. The Bucks tried really hard to lose, they didn't lose. The Jets just know how to lose.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the Panthers too. The Jets are bad, man. It's unfortunate. I only feel bad for Garrett Wilson. Can't really.
He's not playing this week either, so I don't know how the Jets are going to gain a yard of offense.
Dude, yeah, they might have negative yards of offense.
They had negative 10 passing yards last game.
Wow.
How do you throw the ball backwards? This is crazy. A Jets beat writer called last game in London the worst day in Jets franchise history. You know how
Really?
bad you have to be the worst day in the Jets franchise history? Like that's how bad they were. And the fact that I sat through that game, that
You
that was
woke
one of the
up in
most
the morning
mentally
to watch that
resilient
game.
that was the most mentally resilient things I've ever done in my life.
Dude, you actually woke up to
I mean,
watch
I
the
was
game.
awake anyways, I just turned it on. But
Ooh.
yeah. Anyways. Jesus. So now I think the Titans could be better without Brian Callahan. So this is the first game that the Callahan family, because his dad is also the coach there, is not a part of the Titans. But the Patriots coming off a pretty decent win against the Saints. They're great win against the Bills. Drake May is playing like an MVP candidate. I think I'll go first. I'll take the Patriots to win and cover. The Titans defense I don't think is equipped to handle what Drake May is doing right now. He's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And especially if they trade for a receiver, this could get messy. So I have the Patriots 15-16 point win.
I agree. I think the Patriots have been playing good football. We saw like before last game, 2 games. That connection between May and Diggs was there. I mean, last game it wasn't really as effective, but didn't really need him too much. So even this week, I don't think he's gonna have a hard time against that Titans defense. He's playing unbelievable, which is what is this? His third year in the league, second year in the league?
This is Drake May's second year in the league.
Yes, that step is insane. Usually, like going into a second season, most players kind of take a drop, but it's kind of crazy what he's doing. But yeah, I have the Patriots winning comfortably by. I'll go by 10.
If anyone paid attention to our picks episodes recently, I think everyone knows which way I'm going. I hate the Broncos, man. Like that offense is so bad. And
Onyx hasn't been playing well, so I think that's like where it mainly stems from. He just had like if I like watched some of their games, he just hasn't been able to like just hit like open receivers, and it's like really easy passes that he's missing, and it's like stuff that he was able to do last season that he's not doing now. So I mean, like if you're not hitting open receivers, I think like overall the offense is going to be worse, but I think like the defense is good enough to handle that Giants
that
offense.
defense is sensational, bro. I was
Yeah,
I was hating on the defense before the season starts. Nick Bonito could win Defensive Player of the Year. He's disgusting.
yeah.
Jonathan Cooper just won Defensive Player of the Week. He's amazing. Pat Surtain's
Two
best corner in the league.
players winning defensive player of the year back to back on from the same defense would be absolutely insane.
Yeah, just they're really 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 good.
Yeah. But
But
I'm gonna take the Broncos, and I'll take the Giants to cover. I think the Giants defense is especially like that front line is like does a really good job to give secondary a little bit more time to like do what they need to do. They don't have to cover for too long because they're getting to the quarterback. So I think they'll be able to handle the pressure a little bit. So I feel like it'll be a Broncos win by I'll say 3. No, 6.
I'm gonna take the Giants in this one. So some of the passes Jackson Dart is making into the Eagles were like, I mean, that being said, the Eagles secondary is just god awful, but and the Broncos secondary obviously has the best corner in the league, so it's gonna be very different. But Dart was dropping dimes last game,
Was.
and I mean, like the new quarterback rush, if he can continue the sort of like as long as he doesn't get hurt, of course, because some of the shit he was doing last game, like it's just not tenable. Like one play, like he tried to get first down, he just headbutted like one of the Eagles defensive players. Like he can't be doing that shit. But I think I think he's good enough to win this game. I will take the Giants late field goal win. The Giants by 3. This could be a really, really good game.
Yeah, I think this will be a good game. Chargers haven't been playing their best football as of late. A lot of injuries. Very much so in need of a running back. It's been known that the Chargers have been shopping around for a running back because Amarian's going to be hurt for another 3 weeks.
3
Um,
weeks?
yeah, I think like another 3 weeks. It was
I need
it was
him.
a high ankle sprain. I'm pretty sure. It's at least 4 weeks from when he got hurt.
Fuck. I need him, man.
I think 2 more weeks at least. He got hurt 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I need him back.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. So, I mean, our backup running back actually played a very solid game against the Dolphins. He did very good. Lad has slowly started coming back. Quentin Johnson is questionable, but if he plays, that should also help out Herbert. But it's the offensive line really needs help. I think like Alt's injury is definitely gonna be it's still gonna hurt us. I think he's still out. I don't know if he's coming back yet. I don't think he is. But that Colts defense is actually like pretty underrated. Their front line is good. Their secondary, they have some strong pieces that are like they play solid football, and like that offense, I think they'll be able to put up some numbers against us because our run defense hasn't been as good. So it'll be a close game, but I'll take us winning by I'll say 3.
Yeah, I like the Colts in this one. Daniel Jones is playing well.
Told
Jonathan
you like
Taylor's playing really
I
well.
did pick them, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Jonathan Taylor's playing really well. I
Yeah,
think,
Jonathan
I think
Taylor's
if
been
you
amazing.
guys had like a semblance of a running game, I'd probably pick you guys. I just think there's too much pressure on Herbert in the passing game, and the Colts
Yeah.
defense is flying right now. So
Mhm.
I think I don't think it's gonna be a blow up by any means. I'll definitely tune into this game. Actually, I probably won't because the Packers play at the same time.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked if you guys won by a couple points. But I'll take the Colts by 3 points in this one. Be a
It's a,
close game. Close to
that's a good underdog. That's a good like upset pick kind of, even though they're
yeah.
like favored to win, I guess.
Packers go to Arizona. I don't think Kyler's playing, which I'm upset about. I would really like Kyler to play this game. I don't think Marvin Harrison's playing,
Yeah, he's
which
also
I'm fine
hurt.
with. So it's kind of just Jacoby Brissett and Trey McBride because I think their running back is like Bam Knight.
Yeah,
they've
they're
really they're
James
really
Conner's hurt. Their backups hurt.
yeah. So I think the running back's like Michael Carter or Bam Knight or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Amari DeMarcado is getting games after his coach punched him in the chest. So this should be a good game for the defense to bounce back. It's been a
Mhm.
rough 2 weeks for the defense, rough 3 weeks, I guess if you include the bye. Jordan Love's playing really well, somehow getting underrated at this point. I think he's playing incredibly. The Cardinals defense shouldn't provide too much resistance. I think we should win by 10 points. As long as we convert in the red zone and Josh Jacobs and Matthew Golden and Tucker Craft doing what they're doing.
I agree. I think you guys should be able to like, comfortably win. I have you guys winning by more. I'll say like 13. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be able to like do too much.
They
Having a
lost
back
to the Titans, bro. I
quarterback.
hope we don't lose this game. They lost to
Yeah,
the
if you guys
Titans.
lose this game, that would be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
That'd be very embarrassing.
I hope to God, man.
There's no way you do though. Like you can't.
Yeah. Anyways, there's no way, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Commanders at Cowboys.
Oof.
Commanders somehow, some way lost to the Bears, and the Cowboys somehow, some way lost to the Panthers. So this is two teams in need of a win.
Mhm.
This is almost like this is a must-win game for both of these teams if they want to have playoff aspirations. I
Yeah.
think the Cowboys are the Cowboys 2-4.
They're 2-3-1.
No, the Cowboys are 2-3-1,
Yeah.
and the
The Commanders are
Commanders are
3-3.
3-3.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is a must win for both teams, especially with the Giants and 2-4,
Dude,
potentially going to
if,
three and
if
four.
the Giants end up winning too and the Cowboys win, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah, because and if the Eagles lose,
The
then
Eagles
we
lose,
could be
yeah.
looking at like 4-3, 3-4, 3-4, 3-3-1, and then 3-4.
Yeah,
Like that would be.
that'd
I
be
think
pretty
that
crazy.
the Cowboys would be second in the division at that point
Yeah.
with that tie.
Mhm.
But I and I will take the Cowboys to win. I'm not sold on that Commanders defense. I think Pickens. Oh, CD's back, which is much more important. So CD's back and playing.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't even know about that.
yeah, he's on my fantasy team. The only reason I knew.
Okay, I might
So,
change my pick.
so CD's back and playing. Him and Pickens together, but the way Pickens been playing, holy, that's gonna be an offense. The Cowboys defense could probably lose to the Cyber High School varsity football team, but I
They got
think
Bobby Wagner out there running for his life.
holy. So I think the Cowboys win. I think the Cowboys could win big. I don't think the Cowboys by 7 points.
I originally had the Commanders winning a close game, but then CD coming back actually changes a lot of things because now Pickens isn't your wide receiver one, and with the way he's been playing as wide receiver one, moving him to the wide receiver two position would be pretty scary because I don't think the Commanders CB2 is good. I know their CB1 is Sanderson, who's like very
Yeah, but like, isn't there corner two Lattimore, bro?
yeah,
Jesus, Lattimore's washed. There's no
yeah,
way.
like the Commanders defense is solely based on like players that are like out of their prime. They have
Bobby
Von Miller.
Wagner will still make an All-Pro team somehow, man.
Who?
Bobby Wagner will still find a way on the All-Pro team somehow.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing.
Oh,
He
it's
hasn't been
Trey
playing.
Amos. Trey Amos is there.
He's not good either.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him.
Yeah, I've seen him get burnt a couple of times before. He's not that good.
Like,
But like, wait, Bobby Wagner also hasn't had a good season so far in like the 6 games that he's played. So and like you said, if CD's back, I don't think they'll be able to keep
Jesus
up with our
Christ,
offense.
bro. This defense is Javon Kinlaw, Preston Smith, Bobby Wagner, Von Miller. This defense has been disgusting in 2018. That's crazy. That's really bad. And then you have Marshawn Lattimore in the back end. What do they think this was? It's like when the Brooklyn Nets had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and like this is terrible.
Who did the Nets trade to get them? It
It's
was
like it's like
crazy.
all those picks. They
Oh
traded Jason
yeah,
Tatum,
yeah,
Jaylen
yeah,
Brown.
yeah. It was all those picks. Yeah,
Yeah, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
yeah. But yeah,
Terrible.
I have the Cowboys winning, especially with CD back.
Yeah. Falcons coming off losing me some money because they should have scored in the second half. I cannot score like a touchdown in the second half. Whatever. I should say Falcons coming off putting 400 yards in the first half against the Bills. Big win for them. Against the Niners, who are depleted. I don't know if Brock Purdy is playing this week. I know Fred Warner is done for the year.
Huge loss on the defensive end.
Yeah, probably one of their best players of all time, bro, goes down.
Yeah, I
I think
think
George Kittle returned to practice today, though.
that will be helpful for them. But in my opinion, I think that Fred Warner injury is he's way too valuable for that defense. He's like not only is he like the best defensive player like when he's on the field, but like he's like their leader. He's like he does everything for them per se. So I think like that's gonna affect them a lot. I think we'll see a lapse in their defense a lot more than we're used to seeing. So I think the Falcons are gonna be able to win here. I think it'll be a close game though. I don't think it's gonna be like I don't think the Falcons offense is like so super explosive that like they'll be able to like blow them out or anything. But I don't think the Niners defense is gonna be able to hold still, especially if
I
it comes down
disagree,
to it.
bro.
You think so?
I think that Falcons offense is scary.
Really?
Like, and
I,
bro,
they're good, but I don't know if they can like go out there and blow the Niners out by like 20.
I think so. Here's one thing. So I think after game 3, I think Puka was favored against the field to win Offensive Player of the Year. So what I did was I immediately bet Bijan, bro, because Bijan was plus 600, and
Mm-hmm.
now this guy, bro. If
Yeah.
I said Bijan was in the MVP race, like would that be a crazy take? Like,
No.
like he had 250 yards in scrimmage last game. He's disgusting, and I feel like if Penix just plays competent
Yeah,
football,
Drake London's dirty.
Drake Leonard is disgusting, bro. Like, and they're about to get Darnell Mooney back. Was a pretty serviceable number 2.
Yeah.
And as long and Pitts is
Actually
not
been giving
good,
the
but
ball to Kyle Pitts like kind of frequently too. Like he's not putting up anything crazy, but like still like 6 catches for like 60 yards. Like
I'm saying like
it's
he's not a first round pick, but he's not like terrible.
yeah,
Like, so as long as Penix plays like good football,
half
bro, this
decent.
offense is scary, bro.
Mhm.
And the defense has some personnel on it. They have Dallas Turner. No, Dallas.
They
They
have
drafted. Well, they have a what's his name? Georgia. Jalen Carter. They have Jalen Carter and James Pierce Jr.
yeah, James
and
Pierce Jr. Yeah.
they're flying as rookies. I think they have Jesse Bates in the backfield,
Yeah.
and then AJ Terrell is playing some decent football now. He
Mhm.
didn't start the season off great, but last game he played pretty well. I don't know. I think if the 49ers had Ricky Pearsall, and Brock Purdy, I'd consider it. But Mac Jones really proved me wrong. I said Mac Jones might have been like as good as Brock Purdy. I was terribly mistaken. That guy's terrible.
Nah, man.
So
He's back
I
for a
would
reason.
yeah, I would take the Falcons in this one. I might, bro. I'll take them comfortably. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
I
sold.
think Falcons by 10.
I'm sold. I Bijan is great.
Yeah, Bijan is dirty. Cannot argue with that.
This is an interesting game.
This is.
Battle of injured reserve.
Mhm.
The Bucks get back Mike Evans. In return, they had to trade away. They had to trade Mika Ibuka to injured reserve. They still are missing Bucky Irving, and the Lions decided that they want to punch Chiefs players in the face, and now now entire secondary is out. So it's like Tez Johnson versus like some practice squad player you probably never heard of before. I will take the Bucks.
I'm a. I'm gonna take the Lions.
Hmm
I don't know. Hopefully they do something. I just have
I
a
want the
feeling.
Lions to win.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Baker's been playing great, but I don't know. He's been a little too cocky for my liking recently. So I don't want him to keep. He honestly been playing like a MVP candidate in like all
He's
in
probably
like
the MVP favorite. He's probably the MVP favorite right now after the
yeah,
board
in
is
all
good.
seriousness. But I would rather see him lose a game and and get a little down to earth. So for that sake, I want the Lions to win. Also, Amon Ra didn't have a great game last game. He was held in check.
He should bounce back.
Jahmyr Gibbs and Demont both were not super great. Like that offense in general wasn't that good. So I think if that offense is able to step up a little bit more, they'll be able to put some points up on the board. Then I think they'll be good. I have the Lions winning, but I'll have the Bucks cover. So the Lions win by 3.
Yeah, I want the. I mean, I hate the Lions, bro. I hate the Lions so much.
I also don't
But
like the Lions as well. But
but I want the Lions to win so the Packers can have a chance to get in the 1 seed. But I'm bought into the bigger narrative. I don't think he'll win MVP. I think it's gonna end up being Mahomes. But I think like it's cool to see a player that was essentially cast away by Carolina like to do and Cleveland and the Rams to do this well at a different team. So and that offense is really explosive. So I'll take the Bucks to win this game. And plus like if Mike Evans is playing and like the remains of Terrion Arnold is guarding him. Terrion Arnold post podcast, bro. They gotta stop letting all these athletes make podcasts.
Bro, why is he posting a podcast with Patrick Surtain too, bro? Like, learn something from him at least if you're
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, bro. I know he's your best friend, but watch some film.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Texans at Seahawks. The Texans,
Close.
after a much needed bye week, run into honestly MVP candidate Sam Darnold, who's been playing really well because JSN might be a top 5 receiver in the league.
Dude, Jason is the second best receiver in the NFL right now, bro.
That's no. I just can't. I know Puka and Jason are playing really well, but in my head, I just can't replace Justin and Jamar. But yeah, in terms of
In terms of
like this
numbers and
season,
like the
yeah,
productivity so far, like
yeah,
yeah, but like
Jason,
obviously
bro,
like
Jason might be
talent
one.
wise, like no, like you can't question it. Like Jamar and Justin Jefferson are like 1 and 2, but
Yeah. But I get what you mean. Production wise, like this season, numbers wise, yeah, like
yeah,
Jason's disgusting.
it's also
Um,
like very impressive. The the step it's been taken from like year 1 to year 2. Like again, like you see like all the clips of like all like his teammates from college saying like he was the most talented one on the team when it was on the team.
everyone knew he was the best, bro.
Yeah, and then like again, like you see DK leave, so he has opportunity now. But like, bro, he's like his ability, like again, like I think people before the season started, some people were like, oh, he's just a slot wide receiver, like he
Hell
can't
no.
do anything outside of the slot, man. His ability to get separation, it's insane.
Bro, they
And
should have seen the
Javon
stat line. It was like 10 catches for 329 yards, bro. Like they should. I'm still so mad we didn't draft him. Everyone thought we were gonna draft him.
yeah.
So annoying. But
But yeah, I'll have the Seahawks comfortably winning this game. That team is actually
yeah,
playing pretty well. They're playing some great football. The defense looks pretty decent too, and the Texans haven't looked good so far. I mean, they're coming off a bye week. They're going to be well rested, so like it might be like like a 10-point loss for them. I don't think they're gonna cover. In my opinion, they have to cover by 3.5. I don't think that's gonna happen. So
The Texans only beat the Titans so far.
yeah, I think
Jesus.
so.
Damn, bro. CJ Stroud. I thought he'd be better this year.
CJ Stroud like might not be good at football. No, I'm kidding. Oh, they won 2 games. They won 2 games. Who
Who
did they
else they
beat?
beat?
They beat the Ravens.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
they beat the
Yeah.
Ravens because
Yeah.
the
It was
Ravens didn't have Lamar.
first game. Yeah.
Yeah,
God, bro. The Ravens much needed by. Jesus.
yeah. Oh.
Oof. Um, I'll take the Seahawks comfortably. I'll say but more than 10. I'll say 14. But the Texans
So
defense is really good.
yeah,
But
the defense is good.
I think ooh, Stingley on JSN could be interesting. If
Ooh, that's a
Stingley
great
shadows
match.
him, and who's the Seahawks number? Oh, it's Cooper Cup. I'll be fine. I'll take the Seahawks.
Yeah, Cooper Cup is like he's not putting up crazy numbers, but like he's doing what a wide receiver too like should like
Yeah,
60, 70 yards like
he's
on
so
a
good
good
at
day.
football.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty. I think it's a pretty good week of football this week.
Yeah, there's some good games and there's obviously some pretty bad games like there'll be every week, but yeah,
Yeah,
overall I think it's a pretty good slate of games.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all we have for you guys. Those are our picks for week 7. If you guys wanna bet and make some money, maybe
Honestly, at
uh
this point, bro, don't take our picks, bro.
yeah,
Do
don't take
something
our
else.
picks actually because I think
It's
I'm
good.
like let me actually check. I'm 61, 31, and 1.
Wait, honestly, those are pretty good numbers, bro. I think I'm 59, 33, and
Just
1.
don't listen to the spread though, guys.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
listen to
like
the spread.
just listen to who's winning and just do
Yeah.
it that way. 'Cause,
We
like,
haven't been good on the spread yet. I think maybe this week I actually put a little bit more thought into it this week, so hopefully that helps. But again, like it's half the time it's luck at the end of the day.
yeah, who would have
But
thought the
yeah,
Falcons
so
would lose to the Panthers by 30 points, bro? I'm still mad.
but yeah,
Anyways,
stay tuned until our next episode. I think our next episode will probably be a basketball episode from our previous basketball episode where we do our rankings for the
expect a lot more basketball content
yeah,
in general.
definitely, because the
Yeah,
season's literally starting in 5 to 6 days, so definitely more basketball content. But I think we'll still try and get the picks episodes out as
yeah.
many weeks as we can as football keeps going. But until then, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Off the Dribble Pod, and we will see you guys next episode. Peace.